So, hey everybody, it is Andrea here, and it is Sunday. I'm getting this out later than I had hoped to, but that's okay. I wanted to finish my last 4 books and just be done with my Owl Read-a-thon, or my Magic Read-a-thon, my Owl prompts. So, I've now finished all 12 Owl prompts, which was the second challenge I gave myself for the month of April. So the first one was to read the 5 owls that were required for my librarian career, and I finished those, and so then I did the last 12-hour prompts. And so I'm just super excited that I managed to do it all in April. Some of these books were really long and some of them were on the shorter side, but it was just so exciting to finally get all of my books done for the Magic Readathon. So I hope you enjoy the next 4 books and the blogs that go with them for the Magic Readathon. So hey everybody, it is Thursday morning. Feels like I haven't done a vlog in quite a while. My last vlog was Tuesday, but I ended up just finishing my Muggle Studies Owl, which was to read a contemporary book. So for this, I chose the book Breathe, which is by Kristen Ashley. This is the 4th book in the Montana Mountain series. This book follows Chase, who is a police officer, and Faye, who is the town's librarian. Faye has had a crush on Chase ever since he came to the small little town. Chase was married at one point, but was not happy, and then was a widower, and so now he has fallen in love with Faye. This book also had some storylines where Faye and Chase both try and save this young boy who they don't know really anything about. All that they know is that he just doesn't seem to have any clothes and he doesn't seem to have any food. Um, and they give him things and just try to help him, even though they don't know a whole lot about him. And the storyline just kind of goes on from there with him. I loved that part of the storyline, although it was sad. I just loved how they kind of were his angels and were able to save him. Um, this was a really good book, and although it took me a long time, that wasn't because it wasn't good. I don't think it was my favorite so far, but it was really good. Like all of Kristen Ashley's books, you end up seeing all of the other characters from the Montana Mountain series. In this book, actually, as well, you saw a number of characters at the very end from the Rock Chick series, so that was kind of cool because this small town in Colorado is not far from Denver, so you've seen a couple of the characters in this book from Rock Chick, so that was really nice. And anyway, yeah, it was a really good book. I definitely liked it. I have one more of the Colorado Mountain series in my readathon. I think there's one more after that that I will read probably in April. I have 3 more books left for my readathon, so I'm going to get to those, and hopefully I will finish them in the next couple days and have all 4 on the same vlog, but we will see. So I'll see you just in a couple days. So hey everybody, it is Thursday evening, and I just finished my Arithmetic Owl, which was to read a book that was written by more than one author. For this, I did choose Chicken Soup for the Soul, My Resolutions, which is just another Chicken Soup for the Soul book. This is the second Chicken Soup for the Soul book that I've read in this 12 books. Out of the 4 or 5 most recent Chicken Soup for the Soul books, I actually like this one the best. This one was all about resolutions, but not necessarily New Year's resolutions per se, although a lot of them were. A lot of them were just goals that people set throughout the year. There were some really good ones that I thought could really affect even my life and even maybe some other people's lives. These were not always perfect resolutions, which I think is important to know when making a resolution, that not all of them are perfect, and some of them are things that a lot of people do automatically, like losing weight or getting organized or saving money, and how people really did it. And I think that's really important to know, kind of have a game plan when you're going to make a resolution. I don't make too many resolutions, honestly. I've made a couple over the years. I've had a couple major goals that I've been able to definitely do over the years. one of my major goals, which was something I knew I had to do, which was when we moved 2 years ago, I had to get in shape in order to be able to get my guide dog. I needed to get my stamina up after being on some chemotherapy drugs, and I had to do this. So I had set a lot of goals for the couple months prior to going and getting my guide dog, and I made every one of those goals. I knew I had to in order to have the training with my guide dog be as successful as it could. And when I went for training, I it did not affect me as much as I had expected it to, because I had done all that pre-training here at the house. So that has really helped me. And I've set some other goals over the years. I've set some resolutions that weren't necessarily goals like, oh, save money or, lose weight. Although that is one on there because I've really battled with my weight as an adult. I've set some other goals and really stuck with them over the years and been able to do it as more of an expression. I guess, it was more of a good goal, but a long term goal. So it wasn't just like a short term goal, it was a long term goal. And yeah, I just don't normally do it, but a lot of these were really good. And I think a lot of these, I actually might look into doing some of the stuff that they suggested. A lot of it had to do with going green. And recycling more and things like that. But there were some really good ones. So if you're into trying to make goals for yourself and learning about resolutions and maybe some more realistic resolutions to resolutions that you already do, pick this one up. It was a really good one. So I am on to my last two owls. I'm very excited. I am hoping to get the last two done before I make my next video. So my next one I am doing is Jagged, which is a Colorado Mountain book. So I have that one, and then I have Cress, which is the Lunar Chronicle book. So I'm going to hopefully do those both before I next video post. I don't know if it's going to be up on Friday, but we'll find out. So I'll see you hopefully in just a day or so. Hey everybody, it is Friday afternoon, and I just finished my Potions Owl, which was to read a book that was a sequel. So for this, I chose Jagged, which is, I believe, book 5 in the Colorado Mountain series by Kristen Ashley. This book follows Zara and her old flame and now new flame, Ham, which his real name is Graham, but he goes by Ham. And Zara had a really rough patch while she was not with Ham, and then they end up getting back together and just rekindling the romance. So this book is actually the shortest book so far in the series. This one was okay. It was pretty good. I think the overall storyline of just the rekindling of the romance, and then Zara ends up discovering that she has a nephew that lives really close that she didn't even know about. And it's kind of like some family trials and family drama goes on. Things get brought up with her past and things like that. The overall storyline was really good, and there just wasn't a ton of action like there have been in the other books. And in fact, this one actually kind of takes place in a different town partially, but it also takes place at the bar that Tate owns. So a lot of the characters that we've been seeing over the last number of books actually don't really show up. Very few of them do. So